If you decided to buy a massage gun but then got freaked out about how many different models are out there, this is the video for you. In this video I explain what's important and what's not in a massage gun, which guns suit each need, and at the end I give you my personal recommendations about which guns I think you should buy after using them every day at work for a year. Okay, let's start off with the most important thing to look for in a massage gun. Penetration depth is the first factor you need to consider in a massage gun, and deeper is not necessarily better. A small penetration depth of 7 millimeters or less is more relaxing, better for petite people, and better for sensitive areas of the body. For example, if you're planning to use it on your feet or close to your neck. Medium penetration of 8 to 11 millimeters is still relaxing, a bit more therapeutic for deeper muscles, and a good depth for a medium-built person and sports people. And deeper penetration of, say, over 12 millimeters starts to get more intense. This is for bigger bodies and people who like a hard massage. It's therapeutic for big muscles, but more likely to irritate if you have inflammation or you're sensitive. Decibel rating is important. Anything over 60 decibels gets annoying and is too much. You'll drive people mad. Unfortunately, you can't really believe the decibel ratings on a lot of advertisements, and they can get louder over time if they're a cheaper brand. This massage was rated at 42 decibels and I measured it at 64 decibels a few months after using it. This one doubled in volume in a week, so I'll recommend some quieter, more reliable massage guns at the end. Build quality. All the cheapies I've ever bought ended up doing weird electrical stuff like turning off without notice or changing strength randomly, or they just got louder over time until they were unusable. So be careful with the super cheapies. The shape of the handle is important in some instances. If you want to reach your own mid-back, for example, you may need a longer handle, so keep that in mind. Tips. Most massages come with a standard range of massage heads, so tip choice isn't so important. As long as they have a foam ball tip and a hollow head, you're good to go. I don't personally use plastic tips because it's too easy to bruise the bone and soft tissue. If you're planning to use a massage gun on your calves, your forearm or your upper arm, these arched heads are kind of nice. They're less common, but a nice little bonus if you can find one. Some people, like professionals, may like the idea of a closed cell foam tip, as they have a smooth, cleanable surface that can be cleaned between clients and won't absorb the sweat like a standard foam ball. But for most people, this isn't an issue. Most batteries are pretty standard and they tend to last well. I've never actually come across one that hasn't lasted well, so don't worry about batteries too much. Speed. As long as you have 3 to 5 speeds or more, you're fine. So having 30 speeds really isn't necessary. So what brands do I recommend? Well, I personally use the Bob and Brad massagers. The build quality is great for the price. They're really quiet and the percussion is nice and smooth. The Q2 is surprisingly strong and would be good for a petite person or handy to chuck in your gym bag. I actually use their C2 at home and at work. The patients love it and it's a great all-rounder. I wouldn't mind if they had a slightly longer handle on this model, but I believe they're bringing out an X6 Pro which has a slightly longer handle, so if reaching your own mid-back was important, that could be an option. For bigger body people, hardcore sports buffs, and people that like a nice firm massage, the Recovery Fun Plus massager is a great quality massager and it's a beast. It actually has 13 millimeters of penetration, which is really noticeable. I personally find it a bit much, and you have to be careful not to overdo it, but if you like it a bit more gung-ho, this is a good quality deep penetration massager. I would recommend using it at 60 to 80% strength though. People have asked me about the Theragun, which is a popular high-end massager, but it's more expensive, apparently quite loud, even the 4th generation, and it has 16 millimeters depth of penetration. I've never tried a Theragun, but I think 16 millimeters depth of penetration would feel like a jackhammer. I'll put a few stats up now of the ones that I recommended, including the decibel levels that I recorded them at. But that's it for today. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider liking, commenting and subscribing because it really helps. Okay, cheers. massage, the recovery fun pus